welcome. Help me. Welcome to the Tuesday night Principal Chiro broadcast from DE and Band of Brothers. I'm Dr. Brian Moriarty, your esteemed MC for tonight's exciting call with Dr. Claudia Mueller, and I'm joined by Emma! And we are finally in our new house. Yeah! There it is. It goes on for days. It's also not unpacked, so no judgment there. But very exciting to be in the new house here. And I am super excited for after coming off of DE. Did you like DE, Emma?
Yay!
So what was your favorite part of DE?
The tickets.
The ticket. Oh, the raffle, the student raffle. Yes, but we didn't win anything. I think they rigged it against us. Oh wait, you were the one who pulled the ticket, you and Patrick. So I guess you didn't rig it against me. You wouldn't do that, would you?
And also Kids DE.
Oh, Kids D was a lot of fun with your friend.
And Jamie.
And Jamie Judson and KK, right?
Yep.
Yeah, DE was pretty fun this time. Another amazing DE, guys. Thanks to Kat and the team and the DE board for putting on another incredible DE. Lives were changed. It was just an awesome weekend. First of all, the weather was unbelievable. You go out by the pool. You can go in the Gulf of Mexico. The hotel was incredible, except for the shortcomings in the room, which I already spoke of when I was emceeing. Some incredible talks all weekend. There was just some great talks. Everybody just stepped up and did amazing. You know, right? Did you like all the talks? You got to dance on stage with Liz Rassel. That was pretty fun. And Steve Judson let you throw out some T-shirts.
Yep.
And he talked about mice and about cleaning out the mice. I think a lot of people have been cleaning out mice. I've been seeing all kinds of awesome posts today on the DE page. So people really taking it to heart and making changes, and that's what it's about. Yeah, you come back from DE and your life is different, and you do something different and shake it up. And I'm so excited to see everybody just making incredible moves as we come back from DE. I know we were packed the last couple of days, and I hope your offices were all busy and life-changing moments are happening, because that week after DE is always very special. So anyway, let's talk about some upcoming DEs we got. I know we just came off of a DE, but let's go through some different dates here. We're Clearwater, that was April 18th to the 21st, so that was fun. Then we're going back to Atlanta. So we're going to be in Atlanta July 18th to the 21st, exactly 3 months from the other one. Then October 24th to the 27th, mark your calendars, Atlanta for DE and the 60th, count it, 60th anniversary gala. Just like Diamonds, DE is forever. So that's during DE weekend, Saturday, October 26th, 7 p.m. We're inviting all the old school DE Chiros for a James Bond themed formal evening. Tickets are on sale. You have to buy a ticket for that gala, but trust me, you are going to want to come to that. I remember going to the 50th and it was amazing. So the 60th is probably going to be even better. And then after that one, we're back in Clearwater in January. There you go, 9th to the 12th. So that's an early one, right after Christmas. So we'll have to get ready. Go to lifede.com to register, get tickets for the gala. Also, the DE has rings on sale. The guys, you saw the DE board members wearing those awesome DE rings. So if you are interested in a ring, you can get rings, and that's usually for the gentlemen, but anybody can get them. The ladies have been getting pendants. There's DE pendants that you can order. So go on, I believe the website is where you get those. So DE rings usually for the men, DE pendants for the ladies. Get your DE swag. A lot of people will be wearing these. You don't want to miss it, especially for the gala. You want to have your DE swag on, right? Yeah. I think I'm going to get you a pendant. You think you'd wear a DE pendant? Yeah. Okay, cool. There you go. LifeDE.com. Choose store on the menu. Kat's got it all covered. She's got us covered, right? Yeah. Awesome. So anyway, let's get to our speaker for tonight. And coming off an incredible DE, it's always good to have somebody really special be our speaker. And this lady is special. We got to share a nice lunch with her at DE, me and Laura and the kids, and she's just an awesome, sweet lady, incredible chiropractor, incredible person. Because anybody who works with Drew Henderson, like 24/7, like over there at that Murrayville Chiropractic, probably not 24/7, but whatever their hours are open, they must be pretty amazing because you know Drew, he's a little weird, but we love him too. Laura's saying stuff. Okay. No, we love Drew, and but I love their videos too. Claudia and Drew, they do these great videos that I always like to watch. Um, but this lady is just an awesome lady. Just truly defines lasting purpose. She's originally from my neck of the woods in northern New Jersey, Clifton, New Jersey. I'm from Watchung, New Jersey, so we go way back. But now she lives in Dahlonega, Georgia, a 1993 graduate of Life University. Guys, for our Tuesday night call, let's give it up for Dr. Claudia Mueller.
Wow, what a sweet and that was just so sweet. Emma, you just touched my heart. Thank you so much for having me, you guys. I'm gonna put my glasses on because I can't see without them. Oh gosh, DE was so amazing. I just want to say a special thank you to Drew, Steve, Eddie, Brian, Kat and Dan. They put on the DE and they're keeping Dr. Sid's legacy going, and so much work goes into it. And we just really appreciate it so much. Also, the support team, I don't know everybody's name, but I think there's Trevor and Lee and Nevaeh and Diana and a bunch of others, and Rando, of course, that keep everything going. So we really appreciate everything. I appreciate everything that you guys do to keep DE going. It's just always such a highlight. And it's so important to get together and to continue doing that, just to continue the legacy that Dr. Sid has left us. Um, and every single person who comes to DE, I just want to thank you for making that effort and that sacrifice. Like the Gigliottis were there, and geez, they've got 5 little ones, and they've got 5 water wings, and they've got all this stuff packed up, and it takes a lot of effort for everyone to get there. We're closing our offices, and we're, you know, traveling and flying, and like, gosh, Aaron comes from, California, just like this big, big, big commitments to come. So I just really appreciate it because, every single soul that's there is part of the collective. Um, and it makes a big difference. So, if you're not there, like we really miss you. I was just thinking about some of the people that weren't there this time. Like I really miss Stephanie and Chris, and I miss Tom and George and Marianne and Paul and Tony Ann and Dean, of course, and just really love you guys, and just want you to know that your presence is missed and noticed. And I hope that you guys will come back in July. It's going to be an awesome celebration, and just looking forward to seeing you guys. It is noticed when you're not there. We do love you guys. Um, you know, we were talking in the car on the way back just about like what was your favorite part of DE? And it's so hard to say. Every speaker has so much to offer and so much that fills up my cup. And every time I kind of relate to someone else more, just depending on what season you're in. Somebody says stuff that's going to speak to you, that's going to speak to your heart and encourage you. I really love Parade of Stars. I know a lot of people leave because they're afraid that Marilyn and Paul are going to pick on them, but please don't leave the room. Like there's so much value that comes out of Parade of Stars. I was sitting in the back with Chris Walker, and if you know anything about his story, like just unfathomable pain that he's been through, and so much healing that he and Winter have had. Is such a blessing. But people got up and shared during Parade of Stars, and there's so many people that are hurting, that are going through, you know, divorces and problems in the office and money issues and losses, just really heavy, heavy stuff, and Chris looks over at me and he says, well, what are you going to do with it? You know, we all go through stuff. We all have these struggles. But then what are you going to do with it? How are you going to handle it? Um, for me, like, my faith is my foundation. Um, so whenever I go through a struggle, I try to lean on that. Like, what does God say about this situation? Okay, well, he says, do not worry. He takes care of the birds, so he's going to take care of me. Um, there's a whole big book, like, read it. You're going to find lots of pearls of wisdom in there. So for me, I know that my faith doesn't protect me from pain, but it does ensure that I'm not going to walk through my pain alone. And you're not either. And honestly, like, if you're part of the DE family, you're not going to walk through it alone either, because you have a whole family of people that love you, that want to help you walk through whatever you're going through. And you're not going to walk it through it alone, but you have to reach out. I guarantee whatever issue you're going through, there's someone in that room at DE that has been through it, that has healed from it, and that has been able to thrive and learn and grow from it. So, whether it's a relationship issue or a health issue, a money issue, an office issue, whatever it is, like, just know that you have a whole team that is willing to help you. There are some wonderful, strong, family, godly men that want to lift up the other men that might need lifting. There are beautiful, kind, loving, godly women that want to help you to be a better mom, to be a better spouse, um, to be a better chiropractor, to just be a better um, human for yourself, to just walk through this world with a little more ease. But you do have to reach out. We don't know what you're going through unless you share it. Um, so, like, you have to be honest with yourself too. Like, what is it that I need to work on? I spent most of Thursday crying. I'm a crier, so that's not really surprising, but really not out of pain or worry or struggle of any sort, but just out of gratitude. Just so much gratitude for what I have walked through in the last 4 or 5 years and where I am today. Just so much gratitude. God has just turned so many things around. And I'm just so thankful. I don't really share a whole lot of my story, and it's not a big deal, but, I've gone through stuff like everyone else does. When I came back to DE, I started going to DE a long time ago, back when I was in high school. Dr. Tom Sidoti brought me, and that kind of helped me decide that I wanted to be a chiropractor. So it kind of, my early chiropractic years were all DE. And then when I had my babies, I was going to DE, and kind of dropped off for a little while. But then about 4 years ago, I was really struggling. I was in the process of getting a divorce, leaving my practice. Just everything was kind of up in the air. But I knew, like, I had to get back to DE. I had to get back to my family. So I took that step. I took that one step forward. That I listened to that prompting, and I signed up, and I went to DE. And I had so much anxiety. I hit traffic on the way. I was like, it's a sign. I need to go back home and be with my babies. But no, I went, walked into that room, and saw some familiar faces, some wonderful faces, just people who just kind of welcomed me in, just loved on me. Um, I was just greeted with so much love and care, and that's what's in that room. People just overflowing with love and care, and I made some new connections, new friendships that really kind of carried me through that process that I was going through. It was really hard, and there were some days when I thought, "Gosh, I don't know if I'm going to make it." I really don't. Um, but I just kept praying, and I just kept thanking God for the little, the blessings along the way. And sometimes, like, you just kind of have to put one foot forward and one foot forward and take one step at a time. Um, you know, one of God's promises, I think it's in Isaiah, he promises to restore all things that seem lost. And for me, he really has done that. And DE has been a catalyst for that. If I hadn't gone to DE during that time, I never would have met Dr. Drew. I never would have gotten back on the healing place of remembering who I am, of being around these people who speak truth into who am I? Who did God create me to be? What is my mission? What is my vision? What am I here for? What is my purpose? Um, and truly, I mean, God has restored everything that was lost, and the things that were lost were really not for me anyway because they were not honoring God. My office was not honoring God. I had a partner who was using it for things that were not good things. So God removed me from that. That was a blessing. It seemed like a loss, but it was a huge blessing. It was a protection. And what did he give me? He gave me Drew Henderson and this office that he shares with me like it's my own. Um, and he reminded me what a great chiropractor I am. And he gave me a place to serve, a place that I can go every day. Um, People always say, serve your way through pain. And it really is the only way to get through things. If you can find something where you can pour yourself into others and get out of your own headspace, it's so healing. And I'm so, so thankful. God has given me a brand new home. I get to live out here in the beautiful woods and the beautiful birds. And I'm close to my son who's in college, and now he's going to be moving back with me. And, you know, it, it's just it's a little haven. I can't even believe I get to come home to this beautiful place every day. I'm so thankful. Um, my family's healed. My kids have healed. We're stronger than we've ever been. I have healed. My sense of who I am has healed all through these little steps of going to DE, looking at my crap, dealing with my stuff, just being open to the direction that God is taking me, which was in a direction that was not where I thought. I never thought a Jersey girl would end up here in the North Georgia mountains. Never thought that in a million years. But he knew, and he was preparing a place for me. And he was preparing a place where I can go and serve that honors him, that utilizes my gifts, that I can grow. Um, it's so amazing. Like I literally spent all of Thursday and most of Friday crying just out of gratitude for all of that growth. I'm in such a different place than I was 4 years ago. So if you're going through stuff, I just want to encourage you, reach out, allow people to love on you, keep coming to DE, um, and just put that one foot in front of the other. Just take one step at a time. What do I need to do at this moment? Don't think too far ahead. Don't think backwards. There's nothing back there for you. Learn from that, but be propelled forward and just move forward in hope, you know? Um, I forgot to bring my seeds over here. I was playing out in my garden today. I got to play outside. Um, Paula gave us these beautiful seeds, sunflower seeds. Um, and I was thinking about it, and I like to shake the little thing. just to hear them. And I have absolute faith that those seeds are going to turn into beautiful sunflowers. I have no doubt about it. That's what they are. They're healthy, they're strong, they're beautiful, healthy sunflower seeds. And when I plant them, if I plant them in good soil and I water them and I tend to them and I give them sunshine and I speak beautiful words over them, they're going to turn into these beautiful flowers that they were created to be. And I have absolutely no doubt about that. And the same happens with us. As long as we start tending to those things that are beautiful and good within us, we're going to grow more into the person that God created you to be each and every day. But it takes work. It really does take work. I love triangles for a couple of reasons. Someone, good friend of mine, pastor friend of mine, told me, about the triangle. And if this is you, I have visual aids. In a relationship, if this is me and that's my partner, and we're both looking to God, and we're both growing closer to God each day, closer to what God has created us to do, we're inevitably going to grow closer together. So this is a great visual for relationships. But then I was thinking about also how we struggle. We struggle with stuff, but sometimes our triangle is inverted. And we think about health, money issues, relationship issues, office is not growing the way we want. It's not flowing the way we want. Maybe we're having staff issues or whatever that situation is. And these things are heavy. They're real heavy and they weigh us down. And then we start having all this stinking thinking and the BS, which stands for belief system. Like, what are we believing? What is our mindset? It messes all of that up. And in turn, it messes up our mind and it makes our bodies unhealthy and it makes us stressed and inflamed and we don't sleep and our bodies don't work properly and our spirits are just heavy. And that just kind of gives us this disconnection between, like, who am I? What is my purpose? And we have all these things that are weighing so heavy on us. We kind of forget about God and we forget about what God says about us and who he wants us to be. But then we can flip our triangle about down inside out, right? And when we start focusing on what God says, what does God say about my struggle that I'm going through? What does he say about this pain that I'm feeling or this issue that I'm dealing with? If I start tapping into God, innate, whatever you call it, whatever resonates with you, I call it God. When I tap into that, that reminds me of my spirit and it builds my spirit. And the Holy Spirit in me tells me that I am love and joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. And that starts to change my mindset. And I don't have any more stinking thinking, or a little bit less, hopefully. And then my body starts to heal. And I become stronger, and I can see more patience. And I can work 8 hours straight, constant, and my body can handle it. And I can serve those people well. And then I start dealing with the stuff. I start digging down deeper because I feel strong. And I know that I can deal with the traumas that I've had. That I can start looking at the BS, at the belief systems that are not serving me, that are not from God, that are not what is true. And I can start letting go of the judgment of myself, the judgment of others, the judgment of my situation. I can start letting go of that and I can start seeing my worth. Who am I? How important am I on this world? God created me, put me here at this specific time and place to be a chiropractor, to serve the community, to uplift and encourage people, to raise my children, to raise them to be 100% who they are, who God says they are, not to pass on any of this stinking thinking and all this other garbage that I've had in the past. And then before you know it, you're functioning in a state of wholeness, and you're going out in your home and you're loving your family well, and you're being a good partner. You're going into your office and you're serving and loving and giving and doing out of pure abundance that doesn't come from me, that comes from Him, that comes from above down, inside out. And you're going out in your community, in your world, and you're making a difference. So triangles are pretty cool. They symbolize the Trinity, and they also symbolize change. So what is it that you need to change? There's a lot of things that I'm working on. But I'm so thankful that I get a new day every day to be able to work on it. And my daughter reminded me today of the story of Ruth. I don't know if you know the story of Ruth, but I'm not going to go through the whole story, but go ahead and read it, Ruth and Boaz. But she was talking about direction, and how Ruth suffered loss, and God directed her to go someplace where He wanted to plant her. She ended up in a field, and there was a man named Boaz who saw her and knew about her integrity, about her commitment to her family, about what a godly woman she was. And Boaz lifted her up and took care of her and made sure she was cared for and gave her a place, and he loved her, and they ended up being together. And it's such a beautiful story. It could have been very easy for her to take another direction, while she's walking through her pain. But God kind of leads us where He wants us. And if we can listen to that direction, there are blessings along the way. So I just want to encourage you. I just love DE, and I love my DE family so much. And if you need any support in any way, please do reach out. I love to encourage people, and there's so many people, like I said, that I know are hurting. And even if you're not hurting, even if you just want a friend or someone to talk to, or just need a little pep talk, message me, text me, whatever. Anything is, please do so. But hey, I get to go serve tomorrow, so I hope you do too. And I'm so thankful that I get to talk to you tonight. I love you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys in July. We'll see you soon.
Great job, Dr. Claudia.
Thank you.
That was an amazing. I mean, you just have such a beautiful soul. Okay,
Well,
I hope you
thank
know
you.
that. You're just such a loving person. You remind me of Paula. So just you have
Oh,
a beautiful
what a
heart,
compliment. Thank you.
and just like a great thing to be right after DE to have that message. I thought you did an awesome job, and
Well, thank
apparently
you.
because I'm seeing a lot of comments coming through the bottom here about what everybody else thought of you.
Oh,
So,
that's so nice. I can't read them.
uh,
I don't have my glasses on.
oh, okay, you can come back and see them later. They'll be on there.
Thank
Um,
you.
and I loved your video today. Just so you know, like of the woods. It was like we went from the beach,
Oh,
and then you're back in the woods, and I was like, that does look good.
I know, it's so nice here. Come visit me.
Well, we did that one time, but it wasn't quite where you were. But we did connect up there. So, but it looks like a beautiful place.
It
And
is.
so, thank you so much for being on tonight. I think everyone enjoyed it, and we love your love for DE. We love seeing you at DE, and we'll see you in July. Can't
Yeah,
wait to see you again.
can't wait to see you guys. Have a great night.
Thank you. All right, guys, that wraps it up for the Tuesday night Principal Chiro broadcast. See you next Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Have a great